Hi everyone, so today we're going to be learning how to make this Love A Lot Care Bear crochet inspired bucket hat. The materials you're going to need are some white yarn, pink yarn, red yarn. I'm using a 4.25 millimeter hook, but a 4 millimeter hook works as well, scissors, and some stitch markers. You're going to start off with a magic ring. And what you do is you take the yarn, wrap it around your 3 fingers, and then you're going to make an X. Then you're going to take your hook, insert it under, and then you're going to pull the back loop. I like to take my fingers and pinch where the hook is so that it doesn't come loose. Then I grab the bottom of the loop, chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. Then you're going to add a double crochet into the middle of the circle. And we're going to be adding 16 total double crochets into the circle. Now you're going to pull your circle closed. And slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. Next, you're going to chain up 2 and insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Now you're going to continue inserting 2 double crochets into each stitch until you get to the end. You should end with a total of 32 stitches. I'm just adding my last double crochet. Then I'm going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. I'm going to chain up 2, insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch. I'm going to insert 1 into the next stitch and insert 2 into the 3rd stitch. Going to insert 1 into the next stitch and 2 into the next stitch. And you're just going to repeat the same pattern till you get to the end. You should end with a total of 48 stitches. last 2 double crochets and slip stitch at the top. Next, you're going to chain up 2, insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and you're going to insert 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and repeat the same pattern, 1 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Then repeat till you get to the end. Just going to finish off this row and slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, chain up 2, and you're just going to place 1 double crochet into each stitch. You're going to continue this for the next 8 rows. At the end, you should have a total of 13 rows. Here I am finishing up my 13th row, and remember you should have a total of 64 stitches because we did not add any more increases. Now you're going to slip stitch and chain up 2. I'm just going to go through and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rows. Next, we're going to be working in the front loop only of this row. We're going to repeat what we did in round 3. So what we're going to do is add 2 double crochets in the front loop only. 1, 2. You're going to add 1 double crochet in the next front loop only. And you're going to add 2 double crochets into the next stitch, front loop only. Now you're going to repeat this pattern all the way around until you get to the end. You're going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. Okay, I've reached the end. I'm going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. I'm going to chain up 2. I'm going to repeat what I did in the previous row, so adding 2 double crochets into the same stitch. This time we're not working in the front loop, we're just going to work in the stitch like regular. I'm going to add 1 double crochet into the next stitch, then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and repeat the pattern until I get to the end. Okay, we have reached the end. Going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 2, and then we're just going to repeat the same exact thing we did in the last 2 rows. Chain up 2, add 2 double crochets into the first stitch, add 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then Next stitch, add 2 double crochets. So just repeat the same exact pattern. Okay, we've reached the end of this row, slip stitch, chain up 2, and now if you look at it, it's starting to form this cute, ruffly look. And for the last row, we're just going to add 1 double crochet into each stitch, so no increases on this row. Alright, so we've reached the end. You're going to slip stitch at the top, chain 1, and snip off your yarn. Pull it nice and tight. And here is the finished look of the bucket portion of the hat. You're more than welcome to add 1 more row if you'd like it a little bit longer. I'm just gonna go ahead and weave in this end, so I'm gonna fast forward this part. Now that we finished the bucket portion, we're gonna go ahead and start on the ears. So we're just gonna repeat what we did from round 1 to round 2, starting off with our magic ring. I'm gonna chain up 2, insert 16 double crochets into that magic ring. I'm just gonna fast forward through this part. Once you're done adding your 16 double crochets, you're going to pull your circle closed, slip stitch at the top of the chain 2, and then you're just going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. Next, we're going to grab our pink yarn. Now we're going to create a slip knot. You're going to take your hook, insert it through the circle we created, pull the pink yarn through, chain up 2, insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch, 1, and here's our second one. Now you're going to insert 2 double crochets into each of the next 11 stitches. All right, so here I am counting to make sure I have 12 stitches in total. I have 11, so I'm gonna add 2 more double crochets into the next stitch. There we have it. Chain 1. I'm gonna leave a long tail so that I can weave this ear in onto the hat. So here's an example of one ear I've already done. I added it onto a total of 4 rows, as you can see. I'm gonna take this ear and show you guys how I added it on. So I just made sure to line them up on the same row. Now I'm gonna take my stitch marker and just to hold it in place while I'm weaving it in. I'm gonna insert the other stitch marker on the bottom of the 4th row. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and weave it in using my needle. I weave it in through the front of the ear and the back of the ear just to make sure it's nice and secure. Now I'm just going to take a very small crochet hook, and this piece from where we started in the center of the ear, I'm just going to pull that through to the middle of the hat. Cut off this excess I had left over from me weaving in previously. I'm gonna take the piece from the outer loop and from the inner loop, and I'm just gonna tie those in a knot just to secure it. You can do it anyway. This is just kind of like how I like to secure my knots if I have like extra yarn left. All right, and now that we're done with both ears, we're going to add the center patch. So we're just going to repeat what we did in round 1 all the way to round 3. So starting off with your magic ring, you're going to chain up 2, insert 16 double crochets again into the center of the ring. Pull your circle closed. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then you're just going to slip stitch at the top. Now you're going to chain up 2, and you're going to insert 2 double crochets into each stitch in the round. Finishing off this round with a slip stitch. You're going to repeat what you did in round 3, chain up 2, insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch. next stitch 1 double crochet, next stitch 2 double crochets, next stitch 1 double crochet, and continue till they get to the end. All right, we're going to slip stitch at the top, and there we have first part of our patch done. You're going to chain 1 and leave a long tail so that we can sew that to the hat. All right, so now we're gonna make both of our hearts. I'm gonna start off with my pink heart first. I'm gonna create a magic ring, and then you're gonna chain up 2. After you've chained up 2, we're going to insert 3 treble crochets into the loop. To make a treble crochet, all you have to do is yarn over twice, 1, 2, insert into the loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then pull through 2. Yarn over again, insert into the loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now we're going to add 3 double crochets after our treble crochets. Now you're going to chain 1, add another treble, yarn over into the loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and chain 1, add 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to add 3 more treble crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3. You're going to pull your loop slightly closed, not all the way, because we're going to add a slip stitch into the middle of the loop to finish off. Now you can pull it all the way closed. Now you're going to chain 1 and leave a long loop so that we can sew this onto the patch. Now we're gonna make our second heart. I'm gonna be using our red yarn. You're gonna create a magic ring. Gonna chain up 2, insert a treble crochet into the loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to insert 3 double crochets into the loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 1, insert another treble crochet into the loop. 1. Now we're going to chain 1 again, insert 3 double crochets into the loop. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to insert 3 more treble crochets into the loop. So here's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to pull it closed slightly, insert a slip stitch, pull it closed all the way, chain 1, leave a long tail, pull that through, and there you have it. Our second heart is done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sew the pink heart on first. As you can see with the Love a Lot bear, the red heart slightly overlaps the pink heart. So I'm just gonna sew the pink heart on first. And as you can see, I'm just sewing along the edge of the heart. And I wouldn't really worry about the loose ends. You can just weave them in later. You can just honestly pull them to the back of the patch, because once we sew the patch on to the hat, you won't notice them anywhere. Anyway, they'll just be hidden. So you'll see me right here going ahead and pulling that loop through. And I'll go ahead and tie it in a knot with the other loose end that I have. Like so. Just for a little bit of extra security so it doesn't come loose. Next, I'm going in and sewing the red heart on, just going along the edges. And here I am doing the same thing, just pulling that loose end through. And tying those two ends together. Next, I'm going to snip off any extra excess. And here is our cute little Love a Lot bear patch. Now I'm going to go ahead and place it in my desired spot and sew it onto the hat. This is the final step. And just like with the hearts, I'm going to just sew this all along the edges. And I'll be back to show you all the end result. And here is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did creating it for you. If you have any questions about anything within the video, please leave a comment below so that I can help you. This is actually my first tutorial ever, so please like and subscribe. I plan on coming out with more Care Bear patches, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching, and peace be unto you. Bye.